Hi everybody, this is Jocelyn. So today pretty much I just wanted this video to be about like my coming out story. And I'm not gonna do both. I was thinking like, okay, I'll do the gay and trans, but I figured like, cause it'd probably be so long, I'd rather just stick to the trans, and if you guys are interested in that, then I'll probably do it one day. So coming out as trans, it wasn't as hard as me coming out as gay. 100% honestly, it coming out as gay was hell, and I blame myself for a lot. I blame myself for, my family getting divorced. I blamed myself for a lot of things that happened during a short period of time, pretty much my high school years, the 4 years of my high school years. A lot of things changed, and I would blame myself. And I never felt that, like, I had support from everybody else but my mother. I always felt as if my mother was never on my team rooting for me. So I started dressing up. I started, not presenting myself as a woman. I was just doing drag here and there. I wouldn't even call it drag because I wasn't performing. I was cross-dressing, I guess you can say. And, she wasn't, everybody else like, oh my god, like, excited about it. My mom, no. She was very, like, you need to be careful. She was very, like, poker face with me, and I was like, if she doesn't support me, like, how is she gonna react when, if I decide to do this, if this is a direction that I decide to go in as far as, like, living my way like this for the rest of my life. So I was very nervous, and then one day, like, I called my aunt, and I told her how I felt the first time I dressed up. Like, I was like, I felt in my own skin, I felt so happy, I felt comfortable, and my aunt's been very supportive. I feel like the most supportive person I've had in my life on anything that I decided to do. And she told me, you can do whatever you want to do, but you're beautiful as a woman, you're beautiful as a man. So you can do both right now. If you just want to make it fun and you want to, do that, then do that. If you want to do it permanently, just make sure that's something that you want to do. She was very supportive. And after that, I never spoke to it about anybody besides my friends until I really got more comfortable with them. So I started telling my friends, this is what I'm going to do. Like, just get ready for it. Like, this is my decision. This is what I plan to do. And this is the direction I'm going to go in. So I started, kitten. So I started, to go in that direction. I was dressing up more. I was, pretty much just, when I would go out, I would want to dress up as a woman. When I would step out of the house, I'd want to dress up as a woman. At least when I was going out. Kitten, stop it. So pretty much, that's what I was doing. And my mom, yet again, was never supportive of it. Until one day, I went to my grandfather's house. My mom was there. And I think this was like the day after or something. I had just went out and I was dressed up. And my mother goes, I wanted to talk to you. So we were talking, and she goes, I just want you to know that I love you. And I support any decision that you make in life. And because you're my child and I love you and endlessly. But my concern is your safety. She said to me, I can't protect you from the world. I can't protect you from what's out there. So I get scared when I see my son, step out of the house like this. And I'm dreading for that day that I get a phone call and, somebody's telling me something happened to my son. She's like, that's why I wanted you in church. I wanted you around positive people. And, she said that's why. And everything made sense to me at that moment, And then at that moment, I kind of realized that everybody loves in their own way. Everybody shows love in their own way. And that was my mom's way of showing me that she loved me and that she cared for me. And it really opened my eyes, because I held a lot of resentment towards my mother, because I felt like she wasn't, at the time I didn't feel like she loved me the way that she should, and I didn't feel like she was being supportive of my decisions, and I just didn't feel like she was being the mom that I wanted her to be. And after she told me that, it was like a light came in and like really, sorry, my cat's doing some shit. Really opened up my eyes to see that, not everybody's going to love you the way that you think they should love you. Not everybody's going to handle things the way you think they should be handled. And so after that, I was still identifying as male. Then after that, I started getting more and more uncomfortable in my skin. I didn't want to be a man no longer. I didn't want to do it, but I wasn't ready to start my hormones. I wasn't ready to make that big move. So I started to, I was drinking a lot, I was partying a lot, and I was at my best friend's house, and I get a phone call from her, and she was like, "What's going on with you? Why are you going in this direction of your life? Why are you going down this track?" And I feel like that was the perfect moment for me to tell her exactly what was going on with me. So I told her, Mom, I don't feel comfortable in my own skin. I want to transition. I want to do what, my ex did, which was Michael. I want to do what she did, And my mom was like, "What are you talking about? What are you saying?" And I told her, I feel like I'm a woman, I'm in the wrong body. And she said to me, "I don't feel that you feel this way." Okay, I simply told her, I don't feel as if you can tell me how I feel. I don't feel as if you can, I just don't feel like that anybody can do that, because they're your own feelings. You feel the way that you feel for the reason that you feel that way. Nobody can tell you how you feel. That's, in my opinion at least. Not a therapist, not your mother, not your father, not your friends. Nobody can tell you how you feel. So I took that to, I was hurt by that, And, yet again, when I decided to fully transition, I didn't tell my mom. I didn't tell anybody. I told my friends, I'm starting my hormones. I was so excited. It was an exciting time for me, but I couldn't share it with the people that I wanted to share it with, because I feel like they weren't in my corner. And that hurt me a lot, and because I felt like the people that I wanted to know, that I wanted to share that experience with, that moment with me, I couldn't. So I, kept it to myself, and I was full-time. I got my hair done. I, started dressing as a woman, and I just popped up at my mom's house. She invited me over. I popped up fully dressed, and she was not having it. She didn't say anything disrespectful towards me. She honestly didn't say anything to me at all. And to have that it hurt me like no other, it hurt. So I just continued doing what I felt was best for me to do. I haven't seen my dad. I haven't seen him since I transitioned. I've seen some of my family members. My face, they're okay with it, but I know exactly what they're saying behind my back, because I know what kind of people they are. But me and my mother had a breakthrough, and now she completely understands, and she completely, she supports my decision, She sees that this is truly what I want. Me and her had a conversation, because she was said she was concerned about me taking the hormones I was taking because I'm self-medicating. And she was saying that I'm killing myself and I'm putting this stuff in my body and I'm being selfish. And to me, I got upset. That infuriated me, and I started yelling at her like, you do not. Sorry, I had to take a break, but I was just pretty much telling her, you know, she couldn't understand possibly how it feels to wake up in the morning and not look at yourself in the mirror and not feel comfortable in your skin and not be the person you feel inside. And I was like so upset with her, and I was telling her like, so yes, you know, if people are telling me, you know, these hormones are going to make me beautiful and they're going to make me look more feminine, more of a woman, then yes, I am being selfish. I'm going to be selfish. I'm going to risk my life for that. And that, hi Pussycat. That was when I felt like it opened up her eyes, and my grandmother was there, my sister were there, and I walked into my room and I was like crying, and I feel like at that moment she kind of understood, you know, like she knew exactly where I was coming from. She seen the pain behind my eyes about the situation. And then she knew, you know, like, so she came into my room and, you know, I was like crying, like hysterically, and she was crying, and she like sat me on her lap and she told me, you're my baby, you know, and kind of like the same thing, you know, she just told me that she's scared for me. She's scared for my health. She's scared for my safety. She's scared. And, you know, yet again, that opened up my eyes, and I feel like that whole situation opened up her eyes as well. I do feel as if everything happens for a reason, and everything happens in the way it's supposed to happen. And I feel as if things had to happen that way for me and my mother to understand each other and have an understanding. And I cannot be more grateful for my family. I'm so supported. I'm very loved. And, you know, everything's a battle, and we all have our own stories, and we all go through our own trials, and nobody's story is worse than anybody else's. Nobody's story is, you know, better than anybody else's. And, you know, everybody has issues, everybody has problems, and that was something that I was having a hard time with, was mainly my mother, the acceptance and the understanding from my mother. And now I have it, you know, she calls me girl, and, you know, like maybe like a month ago, me and her were sitting on the phone and we were talking. She said she was dating this man, and his mother is a lesbian, and they were talking about it, and she told me, you know, baby, she was like, you be the best woman you can be. Dress like a lady, act like a lady, and present yourself as a woman. And she told me, you know, you don't have to explain yourself to anyone. You don't have to explain anything to anybody. And, you know, a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people don't have family, so I'm grateful for the people that I have in my life. So that's my story. It's still an ongoing thing. There's still family in my life. I'm sure everybody knows by now, but I have not seen everybody. Um, so yeah, that was my story, and I hope it helps somebody out with their life and, their situation. Because I know when I was first coming out, I would always look at people on Instagram about their stories and how they handle it, how their family handled it, and it really encouraged me to do what I felt was best for me. Um, and this is really the whole reason behind me doing this channel is because I was helped by somebody on YouTube and she guided me in the right direction. So I want to do that for the next person. So I want to say thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry it was so long. I'm sorry I was crying. But thank you, and stay beautiful, keep your heads up, and smile. Put a smile on your face. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.